Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, 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 absolutely, yes. Have you ever been in the same room with your child but felt like you were worlds apart? They're physically there, but their mind is completely trapped inside of the screen.
Anna Marie Expert Parenting.
Screens have become an unavoidable part of modern life. They have redefined how we communicate, learn, and connect. But here's the problem: they also separate us. Yes, we are more connected than ever, yet more disconnected than we've ever been. Screens bridge distances but build invisible walls between us. Not all screen time is bad, but it's important to ensure content is educational and appropriate, and the proper amount of time. Prioritize interactive programs or apps that encourage creativity. The problem is not the use of screens itself, but the excessive time we spend on them, even when the content is appropriate. Yes, this is the big problem, because excessive screen time is rewiring our children's brain, damaging their emotional intelligence and creating a dangerous cycle of addiction. And as parents, we need to ask, are screens replacing real connections in our homes? Let's break down the hidden cost of screen addiction and, most importantly, what we can do to help our kids regain their balance. Let's start with a shocking real fact. Children age 8 to 12 spend an average of 5.5 hours per day on screens. Teenagers, it's hard to believe, they spend an average of 8.5 hours daily. And that's excluding schoolwork. This isn't just entertainment. It's rewiring their developing brains. When kids constantly receive instant dopamine hits from screens, whether through TikTok, gaming, or YouTube, their brain gets addicted to quick rewards. Real-world activities like reading, playing outside, or even talking start to feel boring in comparison. Over time, this lowers their attention span and reduces their ability to cope with real-life challenges. And that's very serious. What's the solution? Create tech-free zones at home. No screens during meals, car rides, or before bed. Delay screen exposure for younger kids because prevention is easier than reversal. Now let's talk about the emotional toll, social isolation, and anxiety. Did you know that excessive screen use can lead to higher rates of depression and anxiety in kids? A 2022 JAMA Pediatrics study found that children who spend more than 7 hours daily on screens show lower emotional intelligence and struggle to regulate their emotions. Why? because screens replace real social interactions. A video game won't teach your child how to read facial expressions. A text message won't teach them empathy. And when they lose these essential skills, they struggle to form meaningful relationships in real life. The good question, how do we fix this? Set clear and predictable screen limits. Create a schedule with specific screen time slots. For example, only after finishing homework and for a limited time. Use a visual timer so the child can see how much time is left. Be consistent with the rules. When screen time is over, no exceptions. Instead of just taking the screen away, offer engaging face-to-face alternatives. Dynamic board games, outdoor play, sports or physical activities, cycling, swimming, or any sport they like. Hands-on projects, Lego, painting, handicrafts, music, dance, or simple play dates without devices. Another aspect, reduce aspect and availability. Avoid allowing the child to have devices in their room. Use parental controls or apps to limit screen time. Disconnect Wi-Fi at certain hours to remove temptation. Make transitions gradual. Instead of cutting screen time suddenly, gradually reduce it. Give advance notice before screen time ends to avoid frustration. Involve the child in the process. Talk to them about the effects of excessive screen use. Ask them to help define new rules and alternative activities. Reward them for following the limits, but not with more screen time, of course. Teach emotional intelligence by modeling active listening and discussing feelings at home. Small, consistent changes can help him find balance and develop healthier habits. Another very important aspect of the excessive use of screens at home is the breakdown of family relationships. Yes, this isn't just about children. We're all guilty of screen distraction. 65% of parents admit they feel disconnected from their children because of excessive screen use. Think about it. How often have you asked your child a question only to hear a distracted as they stare at the screen? How often do you check your phone when your child is talking to you? Those are the moments. Of course, it's good to look at the mobile and to get connected. But when they're talking to us, it's a very good idea to put the phones down. These small moments add up, and they create a silent emotional gap in families. How do we rebuild connection? Be the example. If we want our children to be present, we have to put our screens away first. Prioritize screen-free family time. Weekly game nights, outdoor adventures, or even simple bedtime stories can rebuild real connection. The conclusion is clear. Thousands of years ago, Aristotle said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Small daily changes in screen habits can shape our children's future. Excellence, then, is not an act. We know it, but a habit. The way we use screens shapes our children's reality. If we want them to be emotionally intelligent, socially confident, and present in life, we must be intentional about their screen habits. So, to recap, screen addiction rewires the brain, making real-world interactions feel dull. Too much screen time reduces emotional intelligence, leading to social struggles. Excessive screen use weakens family bonds, creating emotional distance. But here's the good news. We can change this. So I leave you with this question. What's one small change you can make today to help your child reconnect with the real world? Let's talk about it in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for being here with us. Like and subscribe for more insights, love, joy, and respect always.
Anna Marie Expert Parenting.